What's going on, guys? It is Cal here from Buffalo Sports Center. Today I am joined with Jaden, and we are doing our first entire mock draft for the Buffalo Bills. Jaden, before we get into this, I just got to ask you, how excited are you for this draft compared to other years?
It's always a tough one with the Bills these days. They usually don't end up picking until about 11:30, 12 o'clock. They're so late, but I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get right into this thing, though.
All right, let's hop right in.
Tennessee, obviously, with the first pick. Ooh, Abdul Carter. Interesting there. Keep going through. Of course, there's a couple positions we really want to look for here in the first round. One being D tackle, cornerback, safety in there as well.
Let's see, here we are. Board.
The floor is yours here in round one. What are you thinking here?
A lot of pressure. I mean, I see Ibuka here at the top. Wide receiver would be a little bit of an aggressive pick, I feel like. Definitely get to it at some point. Probably not in the first round. Definitely looking at Ravel here. Big fan. Trey Amos, a hot name. Tyleik Williams. A few good options here. I think I'd go with Ravel here in the first round.
I think I agree. Trey Amos, like you said, a big name, but again, a lot of people high on him and a lot of people low on him. So yeah, I'd probably avoid there, especially with Ravel right there.
Yeah, I mean, coming off the ACL injury, but he even going to the scouting report here. I mean, you see it right here. He can tackle. He can play zone. He's got good tape from before he got injured. I mean, I think being swung and missed with Elam a few years ago, but I think Ravel's a good pick here.
Yeah, you can't let one mispick a couple of years ago set you off here. You need a cornerback. I think they probably go D-line IRL, but I think this is probably the best move to go with. So yeah, I agree. Let's take them here, cornerback.
Right, let's do it.
There we go. Moving and grooving our way into day number 2 here.
Bill's coming up here late in the second. There we go. Pick 56.
There we go.
I'll let you make your pick on this one.
Let me go in here. Okay, so first things first, just a heads up, we're not going to be making any trades this one. This is just a straight mock draft. In future ones, maybe we'll make some trades, but we're going to assume the Bills make no trades, which let me tell you, they're going to be making trades. First things first, I see on the board Xavier Watts. As a Notre Dame fan, that name immediately jumps out to me. Of course, the Bills need safety help. You look at the strengths and weaknesses here with this guy, and obviously good ball skills, instincts, tackling, all that sort of stuff. Durability at the next level is a weakness, though. So let's click out of him for now. That's definitely one of my options. Scroll all the way back up to the top there. Yeah, we don't really need offensive line. Keep scrolling down a little bit. I'm going to keep avoiding receiver at this point. You look at Omar Norman Lott. Let's take a look at him a little bit. Probably not going to go with him, but we can just look at his strengths and stuff. Again, first step quickness. We do need some quickness there on the D line, but block shedding, we need more of a run stopper, I think. So we'll pass up on that. I mean, am I crazy for going Watts here, safety?
I mean, it's a tough pick. It's a tough pick to leave on the board. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think I got to go with Watts there. I mean, I think it's a no-doubter for the Bills, a team that has really no good safeties, right? Taylor Rapp, Damar Hamlin.
Rapp, but I mean, you can always use more depth there. I mean, in a few years from now, you're going to have to, get that room reset a little bit. So,
especially with Cole Bishop not having the best of rookie years. Yeah, I think we go with Xavier Watts there.
All right. Should be coming right back up here.
Yep.
Pick 62.
We still a whole lot of offense here towards the front. And I mean, I always like to complain that, being McDermott, they favored defense a little bit too much, but this is a year where I think they go heavy on defense. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to go defense this year. Yeah. They put a lot of resources into the defense, but I mean, it failed them again in the postseason, so you got to go right back to it.
Yeah, what do you see in here? I mean, I think we got to scroll down a little bit. Maybe look for interior D line. Yeah.
It's too early. That's a tough board. I like, and we got a safety, we got corner, we doubled up on secondary.
Yeah.
Could definitely use D line. Could definitely go wide receiver. There's definitely a lot of receivers on the board here. We got Jordan Birch here from Oregon. Let's take a look at him.
Yeah.
6'4", 279. Relentless effort. Sounds like a big McDermott guy.
Yeah, definitely definitely a McDermott guy if that interview takes place and goes well. 6'4", so a bigger dude on that edge.
280, maybe a bit of a tweener between an edge rusher and a D tackle.
Yeah, 100% could play both.
Bills like their versatility.
I think that's a good candidate right there because this Bills defensive line relies on rotating so much.
Definitely a good option. We also have Josiah Stewart here from Michigan.
Let's see what Stewie's got in the tank. 6'1", 250. I mean,
cool. A little bit on the smaller side, but
yeah.
Explosive edge defender. Still developing against the run. Needs to expand pass rush. I mean,
that sounds like something the Bills have had and don't want anymore. But undersized, not good run stuff. Or
I think I'm sold on Birch here.
Yeah, I would agree.
Let's do it. All right. So now the Bills will not be up for a little bit. They, of course, traded away their third-round pick for Amari Cooper.
Which we'll see. Again, Amari Cooper's still unsigned at the time of this recording. So, a whole lot of passing by. IRL, if they don't make a trade, this will be a very boring part of the draft for us.
Back up here at pick 104.
Saying needs are still defensive line, wide receiver, linebacker. I'd probably not go linebacker this early. Tight end. Tight end would be a bold pick this early. I know I see a lot of people saying it, right? A lot of people are saying, look for the Bills to draft a tight end. The issue is you're paying two tight ends a good amount.
They don't bring back Quentin Morris. I can see it late.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, here, I mean, linebacker, again, the linebacker spot's tough because Milano, you have probably for one more year, and then you got to make your decision with him. Whereas, Bernard is obviously going to be here long term. And then, of course, you got guys like Spector, who's always injured, and, Dorian Williams. So you could go linebacker. You could. They do like drafting linebacker. Then we look at Tez Johnson. Tez Johnson, a big name, right? What's your opinion on Tez?
Tez Johnson, I'm looking right here.
Mm-hmm.
154 pounds.
Yeah.
Good quickness, good college player, but I know we said it with Xavier Worthy and he ended up being pretty good, but 150 pounds just seems kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, let's pass on that for now. Then we go right under him there, another receiver, Xavier. Take a look.
Strepa, of course, did not have a very good 40 time. Mm-hmm. Raw athleticism scored, not very good.
Yeah. I mean, do we dare go defense again?
I don't think it's crazy to go like a pure D tackle here, maybe.
Yeah, let's look at D tackles here if we can.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
So maybe an edge rusher here, David Walker.
Mm-hmm.
It's CJ West from Indiana.
Okay.
Definitely a bigger guy.
Yeah, 316.
Anchor against double teams, run defense, block shedding, gap integrity.
Kind of like a Jones 2.0 there in the middle.
I can definitely get behind that. Of course, yeah. Kyle McCord, great.
Yeah, Syracuse legend. I think that might be the best bet. Do we go that? Go with CJ West?
Yeah, I'm in if you're in.
Yeah, let's do it. Nice, easy name to remember. There we go. A little bit of a gap again. I think now we might have to make our first offensive pick, right?
Yeah, I'd be down to go like wide receiver here.
Yeah, I think receiver is probably the move, although it doesn't look like there's Pat Bryant, the first guy here.
Another easy name.
Yeah, That's how we're drafted. Yeah, if we could say their names.
Physically imposing. I don't love seeing separation quickness as good, not great.
Yeah, that's Keon Coleman 2.0 right there.
Don't love that. Let's see
Yeah,
who
let's
else
keep
we have.
looking.
My receivers
Kyle,
really picked over here.
Kyle Williams.
Okay, that might have
Yeah.
to be back.
I mean, talk about easy names to remember. It's hard to forget Kyle Williams, absolute Buffalo
Look at
legend.
this. Strength, route running, separation ability.
Yeah, playing in the old Pac-2 last year with Wazoo. Yeah, I mean, I think this is our pick. I mean, I've scouted him a little bit. He's pretty solid,
I don't
pretty
think you
quick.
can pass up on a guy named Kyle Williams.
Yeah, I think we go with that. Next pick, pretty much everything back on the table. We got back-to-backers here.
Back-to-back picks.
All right. First one here. I mean, linebacker right off, Kobe King. So
Kobe King.
Got a whole lot of linebackers in the top here. Coverage range could be limited. Probably not interested in that then.
I'm gonna make a bold suggestion here.
Okay.
We go running back.
Trevor Etienne.
Yep, Trevor Etienne.
He's sitting right there, and again, we don't know what's going to happen with James Cook, do we? I mean, he very well could be traded. You know, if not before the season, in the first couple of weeks of the season, we could see a holdout. We could see a whole lot of things from James Cook, and if you're not going to, sign him, you might as well trade him, right? So again, you could see a running back room of Ray Davis, of Ty Johnson, and of potentially Trevor Etienne in this scenario. Yeah, I think I got to agree with you there. Again, a standout running back from Georgia.
A better way to replace your star Georgia running back than with another one.
Yeah, I think we do it.
All right, let's do it.
And right back
on the clock, and we could just double up.
Yeah, you could go. Yeah. I mean, so many linebackers there. I think we got to take a linebacker. It seems like the move here. Take a look at Nick Martin from Oklahoma State. He needs more strength. It's a tough one. I mean, again, once we get towards the bottom of the draft here, again, it's kind of just like guessing. Kind of going at
the Bills did meet with Teddy Buchanan here from Cal.
Take a look at his.
I know you'd probably love a linebacker from Cal.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, one of the colleges I follow for no particular reason. The other way there, yeah, right there. That's why. But yeah, I think without a doubt, let's go with him. The Bills met with them, 6'2", 233, got some size. Why not?
And we're right back up again, three picks later.
There you go. Is this where we go tight end?
I mean, I do see. Oh, we got Gadsden here. Probably not what the Bills are looking for. More of a receiver.
Yeah, because they're looking for probably, like you said, Quentin Morris. If Quentin Morris doesn't come back, looking for more.
Definitely going to want somebody who can do some blocking for them, play some special teams.
Yeah, keep in mind Mac Hollins leaving too, a special team / blocker type wide receiver who I guess some teams might consider a tight end, right? A guy who is very good at blocking, so could replace
another receiving him. Tight end.
Oh, geez, Riley Leonard, I see.
Georgia guy here.
Eurosec.
Developing blocking ability. I don't know if I love the tight ends here.
Yeah, I think we'll pass on that. I mean, other than that, I mean, we could go more secondary depth if we really wanted to double up on that.
Definitely. I'd be willing to double up on something here.
Yeah, could go more
another
line.
Pass rusher.
Yeah, Kymon Rucker. Guy.
Looks okay.
Yeah, not the fastest guy. That's just kind of a body. It looks like.
Ingram Dawkins, another Georgia guy.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of
Jack
info.
Kaiser,
Oh
any
man,
input?
Jack Kaiser. Jack Kaiser's a dog. He's one of those guys who he's going to give it his all. 24/7 on the field. If you look at, let's see if it has his attributes up there. Yeah, there you go. So bigger dude, 6'2" linebacker, 230. Again, just kind of a gritty player. I wouldn't mind drafting him. I think he could play special teams. Honestly, I think he's a McDermott guy. I'd be down to draft Jack Kaiser later on here.
The only rebuttal I would have is that I think later in the draft, we look over here.
Yeah,
we could go with our good friend Sean Dolak.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Sean Dolak. Yeah, I think let's hold off on that because I think Dolak. The only thing with Dolak is he could end up being an undrafted free agent, and then the Bills would definitely be the team to sign him. But yeah, let's pass up. So what position are we looking at then?
I would be open to doubling up on a cornerback here.
Okay. Look at that. You got the 4-4-3 there with Cone.
And scouting report is a little misleading here. But...
you see more red than green in that for sure.
All right, let's just
yeah, Colin Oliver there. And Puzzle.
Very good athleticism score here.
Could be one of your like freak athletes that
like a Javon Solomon type guy.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's go with him. Let's do it.
Yeah. Right back up again.
We have 2 picks remaining here.
Okay. Do we go cornerback here?
I think doubling up on cornerback would be a good move.
Yeah, let's just see whoever's the top rated cornerback. Let's take a look here. Still Cone.
We can go Cone. We can go. Ooh, I do like Jabbar Muhammad.
Okay.
Big fan. I know he's not ranked very highly here, but I've seen him play, and I'm definitely a fan of his.
Okay. Let's take a look at this. Take a look at ball skills, zone coverage skills. Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott love to see that. That's all they do is zone coverage defense. Yeah, let's get him. I mean, it looks like I read that and I see Dane Jackson, zone coverage, good tackler.
It was very good for Washington a couple of years ago when they went to the Natty.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go with him. And then one more pick. Let's see if our boy Dolak is on the board.
Coming up in about 15 picks here.
Yeah. There it is.
There we go. Is he here? There he is.
Yeah, let's just do it. I think
no scouting report, but no scouting report needed.
Yeah, should have been at the combine. So yeah, let's do it. Hometown college boy on the team, and yeah, it's gonna do it here. So we'll get to the summary after it sims the rest of these picks. See if we have any funny names get drafted. Nick Nash. There you go. The Cardinals.
Donovan Edwards.
Still going through here. And there we go.
There we go. All right.
Grade D, of course. These grades, it's tough because we're drafting a team that is a few pieces away from a Super Bowl. So it's not like we're going to draft the best player available. It's more position wise, but yeah, if you want to do the recap here.
Yeah, of course these mock draft simulators aren't perfect. Not to try and butter up our mock draft, but these grades are never perfect. Nobody has all 400 players that are getting drafted fully scouted.
Yeah.
So we top of the draft here, we go Siobhan Ravel Jr., cornerback out of East Carolina. Second round, we double back on secondary. Good value pick, Xavier Watts, Notre Dame. Can compete with Cole Bishop, wait in the wings a couple years here. Then our second round pick, we go with Jordan Birch, a bit of a hybrid D tackle edge defender. Then we come back, CJ West. We get a true middle D line, D tackle, just a run stopper, what the Bills really could use. Then we go Kyle Williams, great name, position that the Bills need, of course. Then we go in the later rounds, we get a running back, Trevor Etienne. We go Teddy Buchanan, linebacker for Cal. Colin Oliver, another edge rusher. The Bills, they need bodies there. And then we go Jabbar Muhammad, another position where the Bills they need players, they need competition. And of course, the hometown kid, Sean Dolak, to round it out.
Yeah, so a very defensive draft here. If you had to grade this draft, like say this is what the Bills do, bar for bar, pick for pick, are you happy at the end of the draft, or are you saying you wish they would have done a little bit different? Again, this is assuming they make no trades, which I
Yeah,
doubt happens.
I think you could definitely improve this by moving around some of your picks and getting, better value, trading up for, some slightly better players. But overall, I mean, if this was what ended up happening, I'd probably give it like a B plus. I mean, you cover pretty much everything you need.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree in the B range. It's not a home run draft, but this would certainly fill a lot of the needs the Bills have with some high ceiling guys as well. So yeah, I'd be excited for this one. I think that's where we'll end this video. Thank you guys for watching this mock draft. Again, this is mock draft number 1. We'll do a few more of these before the draft. Again, it's always fun to try to predict these. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on this video. Be sure to subscribe and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with our picks. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.